What's up, guys? Just back to my channel today. Very late video and stuff because I watched the AEW Collision very late. So to it then with the segment AEW all the I said Devers came in and destroyed everything like the cameras and assaulting the crew and stuff. Rich Fury came down to the ring and all that. So anyways, AEW World Champion John Moxley said all of you were celebrating in the ring last night. Enjoy it now because it's the last chance you're going to have to celebrate for a long time. As far as the Young Bucks, after last night, I decided I officially don't like you two. So stay in your own lane. From the first day I started in this sport, there was one undisputed baddest man in professional wrestling, Samoa Joe. I have always shown respect and treated him with reverence. I have given Samoa Joe space, and it could have stayed that way. But Joe, you started something that I have to finish because I don't know any other way. I will run. I will not run, hide, or roll over or die. I will fight for the death for the AEW World Championship because I don't know any other way. So let me make it clear, real clear. Samoa Joe, I am challenging you. You know me for long enough. You know exactly what you're dealing with. Alright, so first match coming out, the Murdoch Monster Lance Archer with Don Callis versus the Jet Knight versus the Jet Kevin Knight. Archer charged at night before the bell rang. Archer rammed Kevin into the video board. Kevin Knight fired back with a shotgun drop kick and then a moonsault. Kevin pulled Archer down with Hurricanrana. Archer ran out of the corner with the lariat, turning Knight inside out. Don Callis grabbed Kevin Knight's ankle long enough to distract him and by Archer some time. Archer swung Kevin by the legs into the steel ring steps. Archer clocked Knight with a vicious forearm. Archer sent Kevin Knight for a ride with a back suplex. Archer was looking for the blackout, but Knight escaped. Kevin countered choke slam attempt with the dropkick, rallying back. Kevin Knight landed the UFO splash for near fall. Archer choke slammed Knight, but Knight kicked out at the 2 count. Kevin used a springboard lariat to Archer outside the ring. Kevin followed up with another springboard lariat, this time flying into the ring and pinned Archer. So winner is the Jet Knight, Kevin Knight. The Jet Kevin Knight, I'm sorry. Alright, so backstage, Renee Paquette was with Chris Stanley and Jimmy Hayter. Hayter said, I know you're good. We both know we can go. Chris said, this has been a long time coming, so whoever wins better go all the way. Hayter said, see you on Wednesday, mate. Alright, Tony Schiavone had received a letter from FTR. The letter was an apology to Tony and Nigel for FTR's actions last week. Nigel sarcastically accepted the apology while Tony threw the paper down. Alright, so next match coming up, the Don Callis families, Josh Alexander and Kenoshi Takeshita versus the conglomerations Tomohiro Ishii and Rocky Romero. Takeshita and Ishii traded forearm shots. Ishii bulldozed Takeshita with a shoulder tackle. Rocky and Josh tagged in for the respective teams. Rocky used a hurricane to take down Alexander as the Rav was distracted. Takeshita pulled Rocky off the apron and assaulted him with the cheap shots. Josh Alexander, damn it. Josh Alexander picked up Ishii and slammed him down. Josh applied the ankle lock, but Rocky drop kicked Josh to make the save for his combination partner. Ishii inadvertently collided into Rocky with a lariat as Alexander ducked. Ishii went to tag out by Rocky, jumped off the apron, refusing to tag. Ishii was left alone in the ring and was double teamed by Alexander and Takeshita. Josh powerbombed Ishii and pinned Ishii. Rocky went in the ring to help Ishii to his feet and to apologize. Someone appeared in the ring with a black hoodie. It was revealed to be Trent. Rocky and Trent double teamed Ishii. Don Callis handed Trent a wrench. Rocky held up Ishii while Trent whacked Ishii in the back with the plumber's wrench. This is absolutely deplorable, said Shivani. So winners are Don Callis families, Josh Alexander and Kenoshi Takeshita. Alright, next match is Megan Bayne with Penelope Ford versus Ashley Fox and Rebecca Scott. Bayne hit a double suplex, hit a double suplex. Bayne powerbombed Scott 3 times. Bayne nailed Fox with the Decapitator and followed up with Fate's Descent, picking up the easy win. This was one hell of a display of strength, power, and confidence, says Tony Schiavone. So winner is Megan Bain. Our next match is TNT Championship Open Challenge. Paragon's Adam Cole, who is a champion, versus Death Riders' Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio body slammed Cole and then delivered a pump kick to the champ. Cole came back with a neck breaker. Cole struck Claudio with a running knee for a 2 count. Claudio whipped Cole into the LED board at ringside. Claudio hoisted up Cole and planted him on the top of the barricade. Claudio press slammed Cole over the barricade and threw him over him and onto the arena floor. Can Cole even come back from that? Wondered Schiavone. Cole fired back with the jawbreaker and backstabber on Claudio for a near fall. Regaining momentum, Claudio countered the Panama Sunrise with a backdrop, followed by a massive lariat. Cole staggered Claudio with a thrust kick. Cole dropped Claudio across his knee with a neckbreaker. Cole went for the Panama Sunrise again, but Claudio countered with a giant swing. Claudio jumped off the top turnbuckle, but Cole defended with a thrust kick. Claudio battered Cole with a European uppercuts in the corner. Claudio superplexed Cole, but Cole cradled Claudio and pinned Claudio by the skin of his teeth, said Nigel. After the match, Claudio destroyed the broadcast booth. Moxie and the rest of the Dead Riders came out to try to calm down Claudio. Alright, so winner is Paragon's Adam Cole. Alright, so Lex Luger was backstage with Big Bill and Brian Keith. Big Bill said Chris said he was disappeared. He was disappointed in us. I'm disappointed in him. He's supposed to be our leader and walked out on us. I'm getting angry. And Brian Keith said, "Not right now." Jericho said, "We're family, and I feel we should handle it like family internally. And maybe if you don't put him on blast last week, he wouldn't have left us." Big Bill said, "I understand you want to keep the family together. I'm just not sure we should be living and dying by the whims of Chris Jericho." Alright, next match is the Trios match. LFI's Joescar Road, Roosh, and the Beats Mortals versus KM, Rosario, Grillo, and LSG. LFI punished the opposition. Joesco drove KM with the spin kick to the head. Roosh tagged in and connected with the running forearm shot. Rouge charged at KM with the bull's horns and picked up the 1-2-3. Renee Paquette was backstage with Kevin Knight, who was joined by Speedball, Mike Bailey. Ricochet interrupted the interview and said he had advice for them, though upset those who at the top. Kevin Knight said to Ricochet, "Anything you can do, I can do better." Ricochet said, and Kevin Knight almost started to fight until Bailey told Kevin that tonight wasn't the night to do this. Alright, so anyways, the winners for the Trios match is LFI. Alright, so next match is ROH World Tag Team Championship match. Commander, who is a champion with Alex Ambarantes, versus the Patriarchy's Nick Wayne. Nick spat his gum at Commander. Commander answered with a dropkick. Commander jumped up on the ropes and took down Nick Wayne with a hurricanrana. Commander connected with a big cross body, and then another dropkick. Christian Cage, Mother Wayne, and Kip Sabian were watching the match on a monitor backstage. Commander nailed Nick with a spinning backbreaker. Commander charged at Nick Wayne, but Nick Wayne dodged him, using Commander's momentum against him, driving him into the turnbuckle. Commander came back with the poison rana. Nick Wayne caught Commander with a dragon suplex for a near fall. Commander blocked Wayne's world. Commander flipped off the top rope with a moonsault to Wayne. Commander walked the ropes and flipped, but Nick Wayne countered with a kick. Nick Wayne finished off Commander with the Prodigy Plex and picked up the pinfall. Nick Wayne becomes the youngest singles champion ever, said Tony Schiavone. So your winner and new ROH World TV Champion, the Patriarchy's Nick Wayne. Damn, I didn't expect him to win, which was last night already. So, anyways, alright, Top Flight were backstage and stuff. Alright, because they got out of Tony Khan's office. Next week, it'll be a Tornado Tag Team match against CRU, Action Andrade, and Leo Rush on a Collision. Alright, so main event, Harley Cameron and TBS champion, the CEO Mercedes Moné and Chris Stanlander versus Julia Hart AEW Women's World Champion Thomas Tony Storm was on commentary for this match. Hardy rolled up Statlander for a 2 count. Chris used a vertical suplex to take Harley off her feet. Julia tagged in and drove Cameron with a running layout to the back of the head. Mercedes tagged in, but Statlander sent her soaring with a fallaway slam. Mercedes and Chris slug it out on the arena floor. Back in the ring, Mercedes hit the three amigos. Statlander double suplex Mercedes, and Hardy with the 3 snap suplexes of her own. Jamie Hayter was watching the match backstage on a monitor. Mercedes nailed Chris with the Meteora. Julia used a leg sweep on Mercedes. Julia went for the moonsault, but the Tiba's champion countered by raising her knees. Chris used a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and then used Hayter aid on Harley to pick up the victory and send a message to Jamie Hayter. So your winners are Chris Statlander and Julia Hart. Alright, good show tonight stuff. Some of it was good, some was alright, but man, a lot of chaos starting with the Death Riders and stuff, acting like a bunch of fucking crybabies and shit, and yeah, so anyway, they're pissed because they got pissed off losing that match this past Wednesday, all that stuff. So yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, that was the first video. Hope you like it. If not, whatever stuff. So like, subscribe, hit the button, leave a comment. If you guys want to leave a comment stuff, I don't care what you guys do. That was it. I'll see you guys tonight. Well, yeah, today's Friday, but tonight for Friday Night SmackDown, right? Laters.